Last week, we took you on a short tour of the muskox farm in Palmer, Alaska.
This week we traveled from Seward to Portage with a stop in Whittier before reaching our final destination, Valdez.
Alaska has 8 types of glacier formations. The Matanuska Glacier is a valley glacier that's 27 miles long and 4 miles wide. Capturing the size of these glaciers is nearly impossible. Just imagine, 27 miles. Unbelievable.
Although the weather was not the best, the Portage Glacier area was beautiful. We had a wonderful campsite surrounded by glacier-covered mountains, waterfalls, and a nearby salmon viewing area.
To access Whittier by road, you have to go through the 2.5-mile Anton Anderson Memorial Tunnel, the longest highway tunnel in North America. This is a 1-lane tunnel shared by cars and trains, traveling in both directions, so schedules are tight.
After traveling 435 miles from Seward, we reached Valdez. We stayed at Eagles Rest RV Park within walking distance of downtown.
Nestled on a strip of land about a mile long between the Chugach Mountains and Prince William Sound, Valdez is a true Alaskan small town, often called Little Switzerland because of its surroundings.
It's amazing to see how well this community is doing after 2 major catastrophes.
In 1964, their town was deemed unsafe for habitation after a 9.2 magnitude earthquake. The entire town had to be relocated to its present, safer location, approximately 4 miles away. This took over 3 years to complete.
In 1989, the Exxon Valdez oil tanker ran aground, spilling 11 million gallons of oil. This had an immense impact on wildlife, fishing, and local industries. The cleanup took over 3 years, but the area is still being monitored by marine scientists.
We watched these bears for hours and discovered a difference in the bears' eating behavior from previous locations. It appeared that they were very selective with their catch. Fun fact, as time progresses and the bears become less ravenous, they consume only eggs. So, they're spitting the males out and keeping the female salmon for the tasty eggs. Solomon Gulch Hatchery. And this place is amazing. It's a true circle of life experience. There's sea lions eating salmon. Here at the hatchery, they're creating millions of salmon each year. And it's just fascinating. There's bear everywhere. It's just a fascinating place to be.
This hatchery was built in 1981 and is the largest salmon hatchery in North America. They incubate 270 million pink salmon and 2 million coho salmon each year. Every year, adult salmon return in vast numbers, 16 million pink salmon and 83,000 coho salmon.
Right now, we're just pushing them into the room so that we can go through that process. To cut the females open, take the eggs out of them, and then they go into a bucket. We mix the sperm in with them, take them into the incubation room, and put them in the incubators.
And they actually, if they were out in the wild, they'd die anyway.
Right. Yep. Here we box them up and we can sell them to the processors. If it's most of these fish are lower quality, so they'll be sold for adoption purposes, probably. Yep. Some of them we send up north for the dog mushers because they run up there. It hasn't been as strong as it has in the past. So we try to find a use for all the fish.
Wow.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Watching the sea lions feed on the salmon was like watching a National Geographic movie. I absolutely never thought we would see as many salmon as we've seen. Every stream, everywhere we go, there are salmon. This is what it looks like when we're heading to the Lu-Lu Belle this morning. It's pretty foggy, although it's supposed to be a sunny day. There it is.
Next, we went on the Lu-Lu Belle Glacier Wildlife Cruise. The Lu-Lu Belle is a beautiful custom-made wooden ship. The captain is like no other, with a quirky sense of humor. He shared his 46 years of experience and knowledge of Alaska's Prince William Sound.
There's a mama and baby humpback whale. Love the puffins. Look at the mountain goats.
As we rounded the corner, we could see Columbia Glacier in the distance and lots of icebergs throughout the fjord. Some of the icebergs were huge, yet only 10% of their mass is above water. The remaining 90% is underwater.
We could hear the boat hitting the icebergs as we moved closer to the glacier. Columbia Glacier is a tidewater glacier that's 32 miles long and 1,800 feet thick, but it's also one of the fastest moving glaciers in the world. We hated hearing how much all these glaciers are retreating.
Our last adventure in Valdez, a canoe tour among icebergs on the Valdez Glacier Lake with Alaska Guide Company.
And this was one of our favorite caves.
Oh, wow,
but so if you look on the far side of the wall, you'll see where it used to be sitting into the water, that line going down. And so we used to be able to get in here super easily. This shelf that's blocking us, we never even knew this was here. Now we can't get inside of there because it's been tilting back, but it still makes for a cool picture.
Valdez Glacier is a 20-mile valley glacier. In 2020, the entire ice shelf of the glacier broke off into thousands of icebergs, which we had an opportunity to meander through.
This was a tour like no other. It's not very often you have the opportunity to be up close, on top, and inside of icebergs.
This brick here has probably moved close to 100 yards since I was out here last.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
So it's not going to be blue, it's going to be clear because the blue actually is clear, but it's reflecting off the off the lake. But because you can't see the lake all the way through it, it's going to be clear up here.
Right. Wow. That's what we walked on. Our guide was great, and so was this adventure. We highly recommend this tour.